Move towards me a little bit so you're back on camera.
Yeah. Here.
Okay. Sure anything about my hospitalization at NOPH Hospital?
um, Eric's stay at
You want to start over but you're not in film yet. You're just cut off. You're just like a body there. Your head's not in camera yet.
okay. Eric's stay in the hospital started at NOPH, I'd say right around July the 15th. And um, Eric was taking medicine for bipolar schizoaffective, and he thought he was doing better, and he decided to go off of his meds, and it caused him some problems. Also, he and myself have been very interested in Bible code. He was doing some Bible code research. Um, he had gotten some confusion in doing a Bible code research, and he mailed the Israeli prime minister talking about what he had found, and it had upset him greatly, and he thought it had caused problems for Israel. And so, with his stress, he had tried to contact the FBI and also the police, and they thought he was psychotic, sent him to the hospital. And that's when he had was refusing his medicine and saying that he didn't think he needed it, and they disagreed, and they sent him to NOPH around um, the 17th, 18th. He had called me up and told me he was abused by Dr. David Bellion. He had told me that while there, um, he had tried to get a hold of Obama, and he was very upset because he could not get legal uh, attorney to represent him during his trial for being on um, a guardianship, saying that he was incompetent. I did not get to go and represent him. They sent me a letter, but it got to me, I'd say, at least 2 days late before the trial, um, which upset me greatly. Um, Eric had told me that he had written Obama and citing he could have access to his files. The hospital staff found out about that and went berserk and called for the hospital staff to have a meeting where Eric was put in a seclusion room, quarantine, and his doctor went in there. They had given Eric an injection and had questioned him, asking if he had hepatitis C. And Eric said the last thing he remembers is that he woke up right, and that the signs of bleeding from his anus and very sore, and he experienced pain for close to nearly 2 weeks. Um, they had kept us really from being apart and having much contact. They were saying that his mother had suggested that, saying that it caused Eric being upset, which I disagreed, because I was there to try to help support my husband, help him to remember the good times we had and stuff. Uh, Eric was very adamant about that he felt that the medicine was harmful to him instead of helpful, and to get him really motivated to get out of the hospital and for him to have help, I had to contact his dad. Eric had gone on a fast, and for at least, I'd say, close to about a month, and he lost, I'd say, probably half of his weight. He got down to about 118, and I was scared half to death for his life. They were talking about tube feeding him an electroshock, and his mother and I were just furious about the electroshock. We refused to sign any papers for him and having electroshocks, stating that it would be as bad as death for him and be in a really horrid experience. When I got some contact with his father, I told his father where Eric was, what was happening to his son, and asked him to please intervene for Eric. And he went to the hospital, and the hospital had given Jim a really hard time. Uh,
Do you elaborate about what they said to my dad? And
they had threatened his father with hospitalization if he came back on the facility, and his Eric had recognized his dad, and Eric had also improved greatly with his dad in being more subordinate to the hospital. And Eric was out within probably a week's time out of the hospital once his dad kept contact with him.
do you remember how long I was in the hospital total?
Eric was in the hospital for, I'd say, close to 12 to 14 weeks.
Do you feel there's anything the hospital did that was beneficial for our marriage or for me?
No, I think they could have helped in having family contact, family meetings together to benefit your health. Also, they ask me to give you my belongings that would help bring you comfort and stuff. And they had confiscated our belongings and took your luggage and kept you from having the things that you needed and the things that would bring you comfort. And I had asked for the luggage back and your razor, and had told them what the razor looked like and what it was in, and they deliberately kept your belongings, which I feel was an injustice to us and a crime against us. But worst of all, the worst crime was David Bellion sexual attack on you, Eric. And I think that it should be investigated by NOPH. We have called them. We have called the city police. We have reported this to our insurance, and we have reported this to the Attorney General. I feel that NOPH was wrong in their care and negligent in their care of you. I feel that they did improper proceedings with this rape. I feel that they should have had the city police come in, take testimony, take pictures of you, and have a proper rape kit, which is to have collect your underwear and do a proper swab of you and slide, showing uh, semen fluid and collecting any kind of hairs or belongings that might have been David Billion's, and also have counseling for your help for me and you. And they did nothing of that situation. And they have done nothing in that situation of getting you the right counseling you need at Century.
You want to conclude with anything on this segment? You have 30 seconds.
I am very distraught and very upset that Open Arms has pretty much denied you the right counseling, the help that you have needed for your attack. I feel that they've been very prejudiced against us, where they have only said they will only allow women on their facility. I understand that the women are in crises, but I feel that they could have met you at Century, and Century and them could have given you the proper help that you need, which I feel has been neglected and has been um, prejudiced in their case, and also I feel criminal and helping you get the help that you need.
Thank you for concluding that.